Hello, welcome to another tonalist landscape oil painting demonstration. This is your painter in residence, M. Francis McCarthy, and the painting I'm bringing you today is called Near the Paddock. It's a 6x8. Yeah, I think I did this last week. I'm really pretty stoked with it. I think you'll really enjoy watching me put it together. So one of the things with this painting is that I'm using the Winton, and it's basically an extended palette. Winton sells a set of 10 colors, and I am working on my video course. I wish I was recording the palette for this because this came out really good. Anyway, I'm doing another one, so it's all good. And um, I just wanted to be so I'm so used to my current palette that um, I've been hitting points of frustration, so to speak, which I believe I'll always overcome, and that's something hopefully you're experiencing as a painter too. If you get in these little cul-de-sacs, these little gullies or whatever, just keep working. Or best thing to do is if you have a specific area of a painting that's giving you problems, do your best to kind of fill it in as best as you can, and then move on and do another part of the painting, and then come back to it when there's a bit more other stuff around it. And it might end up being that is not the strongest part of the painting, but a lot of times you might be surprised that the answers will make themselves apparent as you work along. And this is the thing, people that produce a lot of high quality work are aware of this fact. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but this is a big fact when it comes to creating stuff. You have to show up and work. You don't wait for inspiration. It can happen. But if you're going to show up and work, a lot of times the inspiration is either going to show up for you when you start working, or in advance, like, oh, I'm going to be working today, and I think I'll try this. I think I'll do that kind of thing. In my case, I tend to know I'm going to paint. I have a bunch of different images, ready to go or close to it, and then I'll think. Usually, how I operate is I go, I feel like doing a 5x7 or 6x8. In this case, I wanted to paint on the red. I wanted to work with that, extended palette from Winton. I can't call it a limited palette, although it is limited. It has everything you need. As you can see, I made a really nice painting with it. So, there's the other thing. Like, you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. Or when you don't know what you don't know until you know it. So things like the CADs, the opacity, these sorts of things become apparent to you over time. But when you're starting out, you just got so many other things to struggle with. It's not a big deal. Just deal with the struggles as they're coming up. And you can ever be completely and 100% prepared. That's why I'm always saying it's like a battle or like a struggle. You get ready, but when the battle's actually going on, most of your plans have gone out the window anyway, and you have to deal with the reality that's facing you there and then, and make the best decisions you can and paint along. Okay, hey, we got an ad for the book coming up. Buy the book. You'll like the book. I put so much work into the book, and I'm so gratified that it's found homes all over the planet. It's $60 US. And if you like what I do, I think you'll get a lot from it. That includes international shipping, by the way. I also want to point out that, yes, I'm working on these video courses. Won't talk much about it because you've heard about it. I'm working on it, and you're hopefully waiting for the opportunity to jump in. I want them to be really excellent, and we all want our stuff to be excellent. And we're all aware that it's far from it usually. But, you can either become immobilized by this idea or just say, whatever, put it out there. Because the one fact of the matter is that there is only going to be you, one you, ever in the history of humanity. Your perspective, your way of seeing things. It's only you. We could we could point to people we think are kind of similar to you, but if you dig even just a little, we'll find out that they're not at all like you. There's no one like you. And so when you make a painting or a work of art, especially if you've worked hard at it, you've worked hard at developing your painting vocabulary. You've worked hard at learning where all the little cul-de-sacs and pitfalls are, and you've overcome them, and you're getting to a place where you're making real, clear statements that are beautiful. That's all we need. We don't need to worry about, maybe this could have been a little better, or that could have been a little better. Make it better than the next painting. Yeah, and so, that's the other thing I want to say. I know, roundabout Mike. Yeah, I am working on the blog. I got 2 posts up last week. I wanted to do posts today. I guess that's not practical, but I have a lot of topics written down I want to discuss. I did a little mini essay last night on my feelings about AI art, and I know you must be aware of it, and I'm not going to reiterate my essay here, but I will say go to my blog and read it. It's only going to take, in fact, I did a word count. It's 1,300 words, and it'll take you 7 minutes it'll take you 4.5 minutes to read. Very interesting. And then 7.5 minutes to speak. So we actually read faster than we speak. Isn't that interesting? So go check it out. And the cool thing about these blogs is it's pretty much opinion. You might know some of my opinions about this AI stuff anyway. Just because I'm always dropping stuff on the videos, but it can't be a cut and dried opinion, because there's a lot of different facets. Anyway, in these blog posts, I'm salting in my music. I'm salting in art and paintings from my all over my career. It's really just a place where I'm celebrating my point of view with anyone that cares to look at it. And those posts are like, I have an auto redirect to social media. My first one I put up was about social media. Many of you, maybe all of you, are on social media. I've got social media. Maybe you've checked out my thing. And you might have found, well, there's nothing here. It's because I really don't care about it. I don't really like that way of interacting with my fellow human beings very much. I keep trying. But very much like AI, I feel that it's unhuman, it's unnatural, and that it's like this empty space that we occupy and we fill with our attention, and it's voracious, and it's always giving us a little charge or discharge, or I just don't like it. I'm not abandoning it completely. I just went and checked to see if I had any messages or anything last night. But you can read my essay about it there, on my blog about it, and you can see what I think here if you care. I'm sure you have your own opinions about it, and it's just one of the things that we have to, yet another thing we have to struggle with as modern humans. There's quite a lot of unnatural stuff going around, and we all have to kind of find our way, and this is one reason why I really like real paint, real brushes on a real board. I like tech as well. I use some tech. Actually, before I started painting this, I'd done the scene before, but I was always, it was a very successful painting for different reasons. Mostly my approach to the brush fracture at the time. It was one of my first textured things. There were a lot of cool colors and cool things in it, but I was never thrilled with the foreground, and I used the Adobe AI, which is, at the very end of the blog post, I talk a little bit about my process there. And in the members area, you can see videos where I've been using it. I just think, you got to give yourself whatever advantage you can, and the ultimate is, just make a straight up copy of someone else's thing, and then, put your name on it. That's what so many of these people with the AI prompts are doing, and I'm not dissing them. I don't got nothing bad to say about nobody. The thing is, though, is like, are you a master? Could you paint this on your own, or did you just type a clever sentence? Well, you typed a clever sentence, and that is, I will say, probably there's an art to that. However, that doesn't make you a genius artist. Yeah, a genius artist. It takes a lot of time and effort, not manipulating words for to work with a machine that is going to, basically has accessed the entire visual vocabulary of humankind for 20,000 years and can mix it all up and spit something out based on your words. That's not art. That's not your art anyway. It's the AI's art, you know. Yeah. Well, anyway, got plenty to say. Probably could write multiple essays about that topic, but I have other things I want to write about. Mostly I've been looking at this book, Perennial Seller. I think I talked about that last week on the video that I put up, and it's a super good book. I'll tell you, I know we got 1 minute here. One thing that really convinced me it was an awesome book is like I've never seen this anywhere else, where he's talking about the alienation that we can feel from our own past work. Not so much alienation, that's not the right word, but there's like a distance there. It's like whoa, you did it, but you don't necessarily relate to that anymore. You've just moved too far into the future, right? And the thing he pointed out is that yes, you did it, but it was actually using your processes that accomplished the work. And the processes is one of the things that I'm always working on and striving to make better, make more elegant, more streamlined, and I have succeeded. My paintings overall way better than the last time I painted this tree. I'm so stoked with the way this came out, and hopefully you're digging it too. I think it's got a lot to offer. It's rich and warm. And we got just a minute left here. So this is the other thing, on that last, it's the extended palette video course. I was going to do that on the red. I did a painting on the red, and the painting is good. It's quite good, but I didn't think it was going to be excellent enough. I'm going after another one I started drawing yesterday, and that one I'm doing on hardboard. And one thing I like about the hardboard and the hardboard tone is it's way more neutral than this red. Now this red's got a lot to offer though, so it's good to maybe have access to both depending on what it is you want to do. And if you want to do like a cool morning foggy scene and you're going to start with this super bright red board, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle, to say the least. I'm not saying you couldn't pull it off, and I'm not even saying maybe it could be awesome, but it probably would be better to do it on a gray or something more neutral. And when I was getting to my point here, I think that hardboard color, while warm, is also not extremely warm, While reddish, is not extremely reddish. It's a nice color. It's a brown. I did do I think maybe that was a video I put up last week where I'd done a mixed color that was, it's a house paint again. It's sort of a taupe. That turned out all right. Oh, no, I haven't put that up yet. The camera pooped out on me. So sorry. I'd love to share it, but I don't like sharing incomplete videos. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough with old Uncle Mike here burbling along. You know what? I learned yesterday, 400 hours of video content are uploaded to YouTube every hour. So thanks so much for selecting my content to check out. And I hope you are getting some value from it. And, if you're like me, you wouldn't be watching it if you weren't. I get a few minutes into a video and I go, nah, I don't care. I'm out. And I'm sure people do that with my stuff too. No offense taken, Anyway, until I come back with another video for your edification, hopefully for your edification and education, hopefully for your education as well. Do me a favor, do me a solid. Take good care of yourself, your family, all your loved ones. Stay out of trouble. And God bless you and your family. I hope you're having a happy new year. Get some painting done. Quit watching videos. And, fight the power.